Okay, so it is June 4th. We are doing a newbie power hour. Now, here's what I'm going to ask you, your first question. I want to know if you are considered a new distributor. If you got started within the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, and you consider yourself a new distributor, can you please raise your hand? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I've got 4 cameras that still aren't on. Okay. So here's my reason for asking that is because I have tasks for people that are not new distributors that you guys just want to get ready to go. Okay, so I have those tasks ready to go. So if you want me to share those, raise your hand if you want those and you just want to get ready to go. Okay, cool. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a screen share. Okay, now I'm going to probably be talking a lot during this. So I'm going to do a screen share. Y'all can mute me. I don't care. Still use the chat, whatever you guys need. Angela's on too. So if I'm working with new people, Angela can kind of answer other questions. So I'm going to screen share real quick and let you guys that are veterans or whatever screenshot this real quick. Whoa, dear heavens. What did I just do? That was a little big. Okay, go ahead and screenshot that or take a picture on your phone. So I'm just gonna go through it real quick and I'm gonna maybe give a couple of tips. So new people, hang tight for just a second. 20 minutes, interact in stories and feed, put up your own story with a poll, message those who have voted on your polls. 20 minutes, green light message for product models. You guys, green light message is the #1 way that I'm going to sign a customer or distributor because their phone is literally in front of their face. And that's when I'm like, hey girl, how's everything going? Blah, blah, blah. And they answer me right away because their phone's in front of them. So I kind of gave you an example of what you can send to people or send something different, obviously, depending on whatever you're pushing or whatever it may be. 20 minutes. Potential distributor follow up. Hey, I have a VIP spot. Whatever you want to say. You can say something like, hey, I just want to touch base with you and let you know our promotion has been extended. Okay, you don't have to tell them how much it's been extended for because our promotion has been extended, but it's for 72, right? 72. So what I was doing with the $24 is I was not going back and telling everybody, oh, it went to 48. Heck no, I was waiting for them to come back to me. And then when they came back to me, I was like, oh, and by the way, it went up to 48. All the 24 expired or got used up, whatever. But I'm so excited for you to get started. Are you ready to go? Do you want me to do it? Or do you want to do it yourself? Like I literally just like went right over it. Like, oh, it's 48 now. And okay, are you ready to sign up yourself or do you want me to do it for you? So treat it the same way. It's just one more sample pack that possibly they have to sell. So, all right, I'm going to stop screen share. So make sure you guys got this. Okay. All right. If you need to mute me, go ahead and mute me. That is what you guys get to do who are not new people. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get started with the tasks that I have for the new people for basically a new distributor power hour. But I have a question that I want for you guys to all think about. And it does not just have to be one thing. It can be 1, 2, 3 things. Okay, as I get started, I really want to be able to scroll back up and I just want to answer your questions. I want to talk about topics that you guys are like, oh gosh, like for example, if you're like, I just feel like I live in a small town and I feel like I can't sell to the people that like are my neighbors. Like, what do I do? I want you to ask questions like that because here's why. That's your #1 hesitation that's kind of holding you back just a little bit. And I have an answer for you. I have a way for you to get over that hesitation, that struggle, whatever. And as soon as I say it, you're going to be like, cool, that's super helpful. I want every single one of you to have that today. Okay, that is my goal. So I want every single one of you to think of at least one thing. If you have 2, that's totally fine. I want you to put it in the chat. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes to think about it. If I don't care what it is, you guys, if you don't know me, I'm super blunt, I'm super open, like I'll say whatever. So I don't care what the question is, what your concern is. I want you to share it in the chat. So I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes to each share something in the chat because what question you have most likely either somebody on here has the same concern or question, or somebody that is watching the recording does. So it's not just for you, it's also going to help somebody else. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Guess I could play some music.
I don't care. I don't like nobody but you. I hate everyone here. I don't like nobody but you, baby, yeah. 'Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things they say, you're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. Yes, I don't care as long as you just hold me. You can take me anywhere. We go together, better than birds of a feather, you and me. We change the weather, yeah. I'm getting heat in December when you found me. I've been dancing on top of cars and stumbling out of bars. I follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain, and baby, you know it's obvious. I'm a sucker for you. Say the word. Well, blindly, I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Anyone to take you know that you find me. I'm a sucker for all these little things. No, I know about you, about you, about you, about you. You're not typical me, like my typical rules. It's true, I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Don't complicate it. Yeah. 'Cause I know you and you know everything about me. I can't remember all of the nights I don't remember when you're around me. I've been dancing on top of cars and stumbling out of bars. I follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain, and baby, you know it's obvious. I'm a sucker for you. Anywhere I leave, I'm a sucker for you. Anyone can take you know that you find me. I'm a sucker for all these little things. No, I know about you, about you, about you, about you. You're not typical me, like my typical rules. It's true, I'm a sucker for you. On top of cars and stumbling out of bars. I follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain, and baby, you know it's obvious. I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Say the word and I go anywhere blindly. I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Anyone to take you know that you find me. I'm a sucker for all these little things. No, I know about you, about you, about you, about you. You're not typical me, like my typical rules. It's true, I'm a sucker for.
All right, you guys, I want you to keep doing that. Keep those coming in. We have a lot of people on, you guys, so there should be a lot of stuff in the comments. If you're working on it, if I see someone driving, if when you're done, okay, put it in the comments, okay? I really want to be able to help you guys with those. I'm going to touch on those at the end. We are going to get working. Okay, number one, make sure you have a pen and paper in front of you. Number two, Who knows the importance of host to post? Please turn your videos on if you guys are kind of just hanging out. I love seeing faces. Who knows what host to post is? Raise hands. Okay, who has started the host to post training? Okay, if you're in my team page, go under the team page Diamond Dynasty. You're gonna go under announcements, and it's right there under announcements. Or you can search the team page and search the keyword host to post. If you're not on my team, search your own team page for the keyword host to post. It might come up. Worst case scenario, you can go to the It Works YouTube page, or you can private message me. I have them all saved. It's super easy for me to send, and I don't mind sending them to you guys, okay? There's 8 videos. I put out a challenge for my team to do 2 videos a week. Guys, some of the videos are 30 minutes. They're not hard. You can listen to them while you're driving. You can listen to them while you're in the shower. You can listen to them while you're making dinner, okay? What this business has taught me is if I want to learn, I want to go up, I want to be a triple diamond, I need to learn how to be a multitasker, okay? So before this, I was a teacher, and now I have 2 littles. So I'm and now I'm pregnant. So I'm exhausted. I'm running around with my head cut off. So I am very good at managing my time. I work my business while my kids are upstairs sleeping. I work my business when my kids go to bed at nighttime. So you've got to figure out, as a new distributor, where you can find pockets in your days. Like Amber's on this Zoom right now, and she's got a kid in her lap. Like, don't allow for your why to ever become your excuse. If you're not able to work this business like on a power hour because your kids aren't sleeping, then you've got to figure something out, okay? Your why has got to be super strong, and don't ever let that be your excuse. So host to post is so important, you guys. So what I'm going to have you do is throw up a host to post. If you just posted, I literally just posted like 10 minutes ago. So I'm going to set it up and have it saved. So this is what I have: Costco, TJ Maxx, Hobby Lobby, Target. And how I'm wording it is I'm just saying, if I gave you $1,000, where would you spend it? You can only choose one place. Now my team is doing cash giveaways at the end of each week, and then at the end of the month, we're doing a big $1,000 cash giveaway. That's why I said that. Depending on what your team is doing, it's totally up to you. Now, okay, if you don't know what host to post is, I'm going to explain it really quick, but you definitely have to look it up. You definitely have to do the training, because this is the #1 way that I build my business with customers and distributors. Just to give you a fun little like number fact to show you how important host to post is, make sure you're listening. I signed 50 customers in 1 month. 45 of those people, I don't know who they are. I've never met them. I got them from a host to post. I became friends with them, and within 24 hours of becoming friends with them on Facebook, they were my customer or distributor. Did that just blow your mind? Host to post is pretty important, you guys. I signed 70 customers 1 month. I think like 68 of them were from host to post, and they were all from TFX. So when I say do host to post, perfect it. Don't do host to post hair, skin, nails, host to post coffee, host to post TFX. This month, choose one product, and that's all you're gonna do. Sometimes I do coffee. If somebody just hosted a post for me on TFX, I'll switch it up every now and again, but you've got to perfect how you do host to post, and you've got to perfect your verbiage, and that's what I'm going to share with you. So pen and paper, and you also better be ready to copy and save stuff that I put in the chat, okay? So first thing I want you to do is throw up a host to post. You can say, to enter my drawing, my team is giving away $500 this month. Share your occupation to enter. That's what you're gonna do. Whatever you wanna do, throw up a host to post right now. Share your zodiac sign. Share your zodiac sign to enter my team cash giveaway. You don't even have to give a number. I don't care what you do, but throw up a host to post right now. All right, I'm gonna give you guys like 1 or 2 more minutes, okay? Good, yes?
For you. I'm a sucker for you. I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. The mother boys don't know how to act. Yeah. I think it's special what's behind your back. Yeah. So turn around and I'll pick up the slack. Yeah. Pick up the bridge. Dirty babe. See these shackles, baby, on the slave. I'll let you with me if I misbehave. It's just that no one makes me feel this way.
Thumbs up if you're done and ready. All right, I'm sharing something in the chat right now. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you guys. There's so much stuff that you can do. I'm literally just sharing one tiny little piece of how you can go about doing this. Take the stuff that I give you, make it your own. Take the stuff that I give you, use the same stuff. I don't care. Take the stuff that I give you, learn from it, and go talk to your leader, your upline, whoever, and be like, hey, I want to tweak this a little bit. So every single person that comments on this post, this is where you're going to send them. You're going to send them this. And then you're going to send them this. I do TFX, you guys. I push TFX like it's my job. If you want to push TFX, you better have been using TFX or start using TFX so that you know how you feel or kind of what it does for you. You don't have to use it for like a whole year. Use it for a month. Give it a shot. Because if somebody says, well, have you tried this? And you say no, they're going to be like, oh, cool. See ya. Like they want to see if you've been using products too. Obviously you're new, so you are going to be learning as you go and using products as you're going. Okay, and then I send this. So here's my tip. I don't send it all as one message because they can't copy and paste it easily. I send it as one message and then I send the other one. Now, does anybody want to know how I had those up ready to go so quickly? Do you think I just typed those up? Word board. I saw Lindsay's mouth. Word board. Write that word down and put 500 stars next to it. Seriously, put 5 stars next to it. Word board. Okay. You've got to take time to learn about word board. Host to post and word board. Lindsay, are those both life? Angela, are those both life? Yeah. Katie? Yeah. Okay, life, you guys. Word board and host to post. Here's word board. Okay, I got Angela pulled up right now. I basically just pressed one button and that whole thing came up. Watch. Okay, so I go to my keyboard. Now, of course, I've been using WordBoard for a while, so I have a lot of folders, but I know exactly where everything is. So as you start to build your word board, you're going to start having text and verbiages right there that are super easy. Android is text panned. So I'm going to go to June host to post is my folder. I'm going to push one button and boom. That's all right there, you guys. Super easy. No copy and paste. You don't even have to copy and paste. Super easy. Did you see it? And then I just press send. So when I'm going through host post, I go bam, bam, tap, 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 tap. That's all I do the whole time. Okay, super easy. Okay, so save that verbiage. Okay, that's what you're gonna send to every single person. Now, I'm gonna just touch on one thing real quick. They can tag you, they don't have to tag you. As a new distributor, I'd have them tag you, okay? I have been in this business a long time now, so it's like, I'm kind of like, I don't wanna mess up my algorithm, I kinda wanna put it in folders, I'm a little bit trying to be more organized with it, so right now, I'm not having people tag me, but I'm putting it in folders so I'm more organized. Have people tag you, don't worry about anything else. Now, are you kind of wondering, well, what do I say to these people that do respond? Okay, do you want that verbiage? Okay, because you're like, well, what am I going to send to those people? So I'm going to then share that. Now, I'm just going to say something real quick. create your own verbiage as you're going through and learning more about this business. Don't think that just because somebody is sharing their verbiage with you, that's gold. Okay? Don't think that you're not successful in this business because you haven't been given other people's verbiages. Does that make sense? I remember feeling like, God, if I only had Jade Hooper's like word board, I'd be an ambassador by now. Like if I had all of her text messages and how she responds, guys, it's not like that. Okay. So take the verbiages that you guys do have a chance to like get your hands on and then just make them your own, put your own little spin on it. So as soon as somebody comments, hey, Angela, would you mind helping me do this? Can I just send them to you and can you copy it so I can go faster? Are you okay with that? Okay. So the first one's here. Hey, thanks for coming on my weight loss post. How much are you looking to lose? It's a question. It asks them and they respond right away. Here's the next one. It gives them the information on the TFX and the Skinny Brew. I'm not just going to do TFX, you guys. I'm going to do Skinny Brew and TFX. So that's an upsell. But if they only want one of them, that's okay. I guess we'll just do one product, right? Do you see how I went down on that? Instead of trying to upsell somebody later, I'm putting it out there at first and then trying, if they only want one, then that's fine. Write down the word product model, 90-day product model. Write that down. I never use the word auto shipment. I never use the word commitment. I honestly never even say loyal customer, if I'm being totally honest. I use the word 90-day product model. Angela's putting the verbiage in the comments here. These are all sent separately, you guys. So you're having a conversation with people, but people are asking the same questions. Well, how much is it? Here you go. As my 90-day product model, da-da-da-da-da. So you get it for almost 50% off. You don't have to pay the $50 membership fee. And all you have to do is tell me if you really like it or not. Guys, that's the same thing as a loyal customer. I just make it sound a lot cooler and no commitment, right? And if somebody says, gosh, I really don't want to be on auto shipment. Oh my gosh, no, you're fine. You're in complete control of your account. That's another line that I love to use. And people are like, oh, I'm in control of my account. Cool, I can do whatever I want then. But I do tell them it's only for the 3 months. So if you do want to cancel after the 3 months, or you can just stop it and then order at any time, like that's totally fine. So make them feel comfortable. Use keywords like you're totally in complete control of your account. I am here every single day if you have questions. Don't even worry about it. And you know what? You can change the product at any time too. Okay, so reassuring them, but I'm going to say this because this is the one mistake that I made as a new distributor. Clearly, I've been in 6.5 years. I'm a triple diamond. It's not like it stopped me from doing anything, but I always threw up on people. I was like word vomiting. I was like so excited to give all the information to everybody that I just like gave people too much information. So just answer their questions. If they say, is it $39? Yes. Like if you've already given them all the information, if they ask you a question, just say yes or no, or don't word vomit all over them and just keep constantly giving them information. The second they say okay or whatever, this is what I always say. You can do it right at my website. Angela will post it. You can do it at my website. Shoot me your cell phone number. And then you guys, you've got to get and connect and you've got to figure out that shopping link. The shopping link is huge. I used to enroll 95% of all customers and distributors. Do you know how much time it takes to enroll a customer and distributor? So you have got to teach them to do that. And then really they're more comfortable with their account that way anyways. So definitely teach them to do that. And then you can send them all the information that you need from there. I will say something that's been a total game changer for me these last couple of months with my new distributors. And I'm trying to think who's on that's like totally doing it all the time. Sending me screenshots. Sending me screenshots of conversation is huge. Guys, have a conversation. If your upline enroller, like whoever, like you constantly are talking to about stuff, ask them, hey, would you mind if I started sending you screenshots? And if you're on my team, then start sending your people screenshots. And if you're my personally enrolled, you better be sending me screenshots. That's what I want. It's super easy for me to just respond super quick. And for me, on my word board, I just literally send it out right away. If you're like, what's the TFX? Tap the button and it's gone. Okay. All right. How are we doing so far? Is this all making sense? You guys getting it? Yes? Good. Okay, so don't start responding to people yet. Wait till we're done this, and then you guys can go to the post and you can start responding to people there. All right, next thing we are going to do. Now, I know I have some leaders on here, so if somebody can do this for me, it would be super helpful so I can just keep going. Have you guys, who has heard of, so we're going to do a story. Who has heard of the Telegram group chat where you can basically take stories from? Raise your hand if you have heard of that. No. Okay, so presidential, I think she's Prez, she started it and she invited, really she kind of opened it up to anybody, but it is amazing, you guys. It's through Telegram. There's no chatter. You do not talk in it at all. You literally just steal pictures. So for me, I'm really creative, but guys, I'm so busy that I don't have time to constantly be making cute little stories up. So it's a place for me to go and take stories that other people have created. So for me, I follow top leaders. I follow people like Angela, Carissa. I follow top leaders that they're constantly using stuff that they've gotten from other people or that they've created. So I will screenshot their stories. So it's very important to follow top leaders. But then you also want to be a part of this Telegram group. So if somebody can share that link, you guys make sure you save this. It's very important. Get added into it. There's no talk. Absolutely no talk, but go through the pictures and save any pictures that you would like to use and save for your stories. So what we're going to do next is we are going to throw up a story on Instagram. Now, I want you to hear me when I say this. I don't want you to throw up a story on Facebook. I want you to throw up a story on Instagram, and then I want you to link it over to Facebook. Okay, so I want you to create it, and then there should be an option where you can link your Facebook to it and you can send it over to Facebook as well. So there's more options and fun stuff in Instagram, and it will just carry right over to Facebook. So you literally are doing one story and it's on both platforms. Okay, is this making sense so far? Okay, I want you to play around with this. Now, if you're like, oh my God, Danielle, you're speaking Greek to me right now. You guys, this takes time to figure out. You've got to play around with it. I can't just sit here and give you step by step. You've got to play around with it, figure it out. But you guys, I can literally throw up a story in 2 seconds. Once you get the hang of this, which probably is going to take you a couple of days, you will get the hang of it and you can throw up stories right away. So throw up a story, add a poll to it. Honestly, I would get an Instagram account if you don't have one, and just slowly start building it. It doesn't have to be anything special, crazy, awesome, but it is a start to something, and Instagram is really growing a lot, so I definitely would. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys 5 minutes to throw up a story.
Go ahead, be gone with it. Go ahead, child. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. I'm bringing sexy back. Don't know how to act. Don't let me make up for the things you like. Cause you're burning up, I gotta get it fast. Take it to the fridge. Dirty babe. You see these shackles, baby, on the slave. I'll let you whip me if I misbehave. It's just that no one makes me feel this way. Take it to the chorus. Come here, girl. Go ahead, be gone with it. Come to the back. Go ahead, be gone with it. VIP. Go ahead, be gone with it. Drinks on me. Go ahead, be gone with it. Working with. Go ahead, be gone with it. Look at those hips. Go ahead, be gone with it. Make me smile. Go ahead, be gone with it. Go ahead, child. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy up. You ready? You ready? You ready? Yeah, I'm bringing sexy back. Watch your eye attack. If that's your girl, better watch your back. Cause you're burning up for me, and that's a fact. Take it to the chorus. Come here, girl. Go ahead, be gone with it. Come to the back. Go ahead, be gone with it. VIP. Go ahead, be gone with it. Drinks on me. Go what you're working with. Go ahead, be gone with it. Look at those hips. Go ahead, be gone with it. You make me smile. Go ahead, be gone with it. Go ahead, child. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy out. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy out. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy out. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy out. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy out. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy out. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy out. Go ahead, be gone with it. Get your sexy out.
You ready?
This is Jock Peterson, and I put together an exclusive playlist called Walk Up Songs for Uninterrupted and Pandora. It features a range from Fresh Prince and Notorious B.I.G. to Post Malone and Justin Timberlake. Tap now to listen.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Shit, that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent, gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman, I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man, I'm too hot. Don't say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot. And my band bought that money, break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown.
All right, I know that I'm going fast, you guys, but I know that we also have a lot of stuff to cover too. So keep writing in your notepad, write stuff down. I need to push Insta stories or whatever it is. You guys should be at least getting up 3 stories. And when I say stories, I mean like 1, 2, 3 pictures that kind of go together. Now, something that I do, again, because mom life, I'm crazy, running with my head cut off. I have folders in my phone for biz stories and product stories. So if I'm wanting to put up product stories, I can just go to the folder and I can literally put it up in under a minute. Okay, when I first started doing these, it probably took me around 3, 4, 5 minutes to get up 1 story, you guys. So the more you do this, the easier it's going to be, the more organized you are in your phone. God, if I, like, guys, I've been in 6.5 years and I still feel like my phone is like a hot mess. So it's called organized chaos. If it works for you, then that's fine. So make sure you are kind of working on that. And that is really, you know, the stories are definitely a big part. All right, I talked about word board. The next thing I just want you to write down real quick, you guys. I wish that somebody would have told me this when I first started, but I had notebooks where I wrote down people's names. Now, it wasn't everybody that I spoke to, but it was the people that said that they were interested in something, or I'm going to order in a couple weeks, or whatever it may be. Those are the people's names that you want to write down. So what is your system? Think about what your system is. How do you keep track of all these people? Okay, is it working? So for me personally, at the beginning, notebooks worked for me. Then I had a kid, and then I had another kid, and then my kid started drawing all over all my stuff, and I was like, I'm literally going to pull my hair out. Like, what? And I never sit at my desk. I work from my phone on the go, right? So I don't have my notebooks with me. It sucks. It's hard. So you're constantly trying to change and adapt to your surroundings, your life, right? So something that works for me right now is called Pocket List. It's an app, and it's a way to basically create folders so you can keep track of potential customers, people that hosted a post for you, potential distributors. I send this application out to people. I have a folder for the people that have completed the application. So you can kind of play around with Pocket List a little bit, but it is really cool. And you guys, I'm telling you, when this promotion came out, $24, I messaged every single person on that list that night, the night that it was announced. Okay. So keeping track of everybody is so important. Oh, when we had the promo, the 2 for whatever, I had a April promo, and I just kept track of the people that were interested, so that when the promo was about ready to end, I wanted to make sure I followed up with all those people. Okay, so Pocket List is a very good app for you guys to keep track of your potentials in. Okay. All right, the next thing I want to share with you guys is called green light messaging. Who does not, raise your hand if you do not know what green light messaging is. Y'all better turn your dang cameras on. Oh my gosh, you're giving me anxiety. All right, so here I'm going to talk about green light messaging real quick. Chris is like, Danielle. I love when you guys hop on your cameras. You turn your camera on and you guys are smiling. Okay.
I'm cooking too. Sorry.
No, oh my God. You are fine. I'm really just giving you guys crap. Chris is like, I'm doing stories, Danielle. Leave me alone. I just like to see your smiling face. All right, you guys. So green light messaging. This is the #1 way that I am going to sign a customer or distributor. Okay, typically from following up. And I honestly don't know the specific numbers, but I will say for me, typically, I used to have to follow up with somebody at least 7 times before they would sign up, at least. Now, listen, 7 to 10 times, okay? Now listen to the statistics, ready? Once Host to Post came out, that number probably went down to like, like some people were still up in that area, but the majority of people was probably around 2. I can sign somebody up on the spot from Host to Post. Like within 24 hours of them becoming my Facebook friend, they're a customer. That is why green light messaging and Host to Post are so important. So Host to Post is huge. Keep pushing that. So green light, we are going to send out a couple of green light messages. You can do it however you want, from your phone, from your computer, but I know Angela's eating, so I'm going to explain it. And then I'm going to have her fill in if there's any other stuff that she wants to share. But you guys, she shared a tip with me the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a game changer. So if you go in your notes section, forgive me, you Android users, you just need to go out and get an iPhone. I'm just kidding. I love you. I know Amber is so, you and Leslie are so like, nope, we're good. So what Angela showed us.
It works from Android too.
It does. Oh, all right, cool then. So you are going to type something in your notes section. You're going to say, hey girl, got a quick question for you. That's it. Okay. You're going to type it in your notes section. Okay. Ready for your mind to be blown? Guys, I've been in this business 6.5 years, and she shared this and I was like, I need a moment. Like I need a moment. So let's see if you can see. Up in the top right corner, there's that little box with the arrow. It means share. You're going to click share. And then you're going to go down here and you're going to see messenger. You're going to, something just beeped. You're going to click messenger, and it's going to bring up your Facebook Messenger people. Okay, now you're going to see the ones that have a green dot next to their name are the ones that are active. Okay, so I don't care how you greenlight message. You can do this like mind-blowing one that I just showed you that we got from Angela, who got from Jade Hooper, I think. You can do it that way and send that to a lot of people really quick, or you can do it more like slower, comfortable on your phone or on your computer. But basically you can either, and again, you're new distributors, I don't know what step you guys are in. So if you're following up with people, or if you're presenting the business to people, or, hey, I just got started in this business, I wanted to see if you would be okay with me sending you some more information. Would you want to make $500 or more from your phone? Like I am, whatever, something basic. If you, are really pushing for your 6 customers right now, you might greenlight message people and say, hey girl, I got a quick question for you. I have a couple of product model spots open. I have 3 left. I wanted to check in with you to see if you would be interested in one of those spots. guys, I'm literally making this up. I just totally made it, like, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to give you an idea. And again, you're new, so you're still learning as you go. It will get easier, okay? I promise you that it will get easier. But if you don't step out of your comfort zone and you don't try new things, you're literally going to be sitting in the same spot that you are today. So you've got to be able to step outside that comfort zone. You got to try new things. You've got to listen to leaders and duplicate the things that they're doing because they know the things that are working. Okay, so we're just going to do that for 5 minutes. Again, normally I would do this for 15 minutes, if not 20, but because I want to make sure I go to the top, answer your guys' questions, and I have one more task for you guys to do after this. Are we ready to go? 5 minutes.
Add to that really fast.
What?
When you're doing exactly what she showed you, if you're doing the notes thing, if you want to like kind of keep track of who you're messaging a little bit more. So I've been making it a goal to do like 50 a day. You don't have to do 50, pick a number. But the more you do, the more responses you're going to get. But anyways, if you keep scrolling down quite a bit, because first it's going to just show the active people when you're doing it through the notes. But if you keep scrolling down, it starts to show them all your friends in alphabetical order. So what I've been doing is I've been starting at A, 50 messages, and then really quickly, just so I don't forget, I write down the last person that I sent it to, so that when I go to do it again, I can scroll and keep doing it that way. So I just want to share that too, if you wanted to like keep track of where you're at.
Yeah, that's helpful. Okay, so 5 minutes. I've got one more task, and then I'm going to answer your questions. So if you think of questions you have or you want me to touch on, put them in the chat. All right, ready, set, go.
Don't give it to you. 'Cause all the time don't give it to you. 'Cause uptown don't give it to you. Saturday night we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, oh! Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show up. Smoother than a fresh drop skipping. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. They say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. I'm a fan by that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. 'Cause uptown funk don't give it to you. 'Cause uptown funk don't give it to you. 'Cause uptown funk don't give it to you. Saturday night we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, oh! What we need? A little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show it. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. It's Saturday night, we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Don't believe me, just watch.
Okay. All right, I'm going to give you guys one more task. Now, sorry, I hate when I come back on because I know you guys are kind of finishing up what you're working on. Sorry. Okay, the next task that I'm going to give, you guys have to write this one down and put a star next to it.
This message is for Alan Rivas. This is Joanna. I'm calling from Small Brands. I'm calling on.
Oh my God, she talks so fast. Oh my gosh, what was I saying? Okay, I want you to guys to put this up in your post or in your story at least once a week. So I'm going to give it to you now, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to respond. I do this as often as I think to. I really honestly should set a reminder in my phone and just throw it up every Monday because it gets that much attention. Now, I want you to also get creative with it. I'm obviously not telling you it yet, so hang on. I want you to just write it out. Just write it out. I want you to maybe put it with a picture. I want you to make it with a really cute background. I don't care how you make it, but these are the words. And Lindsay, you're so good at copying and typing it up. Can you just put it in the chat for me? If you could lose 10 pounds in 1 month, how many months will it take for you to reach your goal? Question mark. If you could lose 10 pounds in 1 month, how many months would it take for you to reach your goal? You guys, I just posted this probably. Carissa just said her favorite post. Seriously, it's probably my most favorite. I think I signed almost 10 customers. Y'all, did you hear that? 10 customers from one post. Now, I just want to say something real quick, you guys. I want you to look at your Facebook friends number, not right now, do it later. Write it down in your notebook. How many Facebook friends do you have? If you have 500, you better get that number up to 1,000 quick. If you have 50 or 1,000, I want you to get that number up to 1,500 by the end of this month. Okay? And you might be like, oh my God, she wants me to add 500 new Facebook friends in 1 month. Guys, your Facebook friend list is very important. When I say I can sign 10 customers off of one post, it's because I have 4,700 friends. Okay? So your Facebook network is huge. How you build your network is up to you. How you build your network, you've got to figure that out and learn and educate yourself. The number one way I personally do it is, if I'm being totally honest, breastfeeding mom groups. Okay? I don't know why, but that's my number one place that I can get a ton of people from. Right now, because I'm pregnant, I got added into a COVID-19 pregnancy page. What? Like, what is this, right? I don't care. Guess what? Homegirl's adding some people up in here. Everybody's posting themselves like this. I'm not picking on these people, but everybody, this is apparently the thing. You put your hand up in the air after you have your baby and they post their pictures. So they post their pictures and they're like, I just had my baby. They didn't even check my temperature. I don't know. They like share their experience. I comment on all of these posts and I'm like, oh my God, your baby is so cute, blah, blah. And I might even be like a little personal or whatever and say, like, they're sharing their maternity pictures, how they're doing their baby showers. Y'all, I am commenting on every single one of these posts that I can. And then I'm sending them a friend request. And a lot of them are accepting it. Okay. That's my way right now, personally, how I'm building my network. All right. So next I'm going to, Angela, I sent you the verbiage. Angela is going to share with you guys the verbiage that I respond to. Every single person, hear me when I say this, every single person responds the same way, you guys. You say to them, whatever, Angela's going to type it up and put it in, or share it and put it in.
Yeah, and send it to me.
Oh, I thought I did.
You said I'll share it below.
Oh, whoops. Okay, hang on. Now I have in my folder, in my word board, I have a folder that says 10 pounds a month. I have one folder for this post. Okay, so there's, sorry, Angela. So, hey, how are you? Thanks for commenting on my weight loss post. I'd love to help you reach your goal. Now, my verbiage might be different because it's a promotion or whatever. So I have to like change it and edit it, whatever. Now, I always send a picture with this. I want you to go to my story. I just posted 2 pictures in my story. I'll show you what they are. They're these. Oh, son of a nutcracker. Come on. Towards the end, obviously. So it's the Jumpstart Summer Packs. Okay, so I send them this one. And then the one that just popped up is an additional sample or an additional coffee. Okay, good on that. All right, so that's what I want you guys to do next. Obviously, you posted at the beginning for host to post, so I want you guys to do this after. I'm gonna go through the questions. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. I second guess my timing to post, and then I hesitate that my post doesn't look good, so it takes time. Okay, honestly, if you were my personally enrolled, I would say throw it up, screenshot it, send it to your enroller. Or even right before you post it, maybe say, hey, would you mind just checking this out? Screenshot it, send it to your enroller or your diamond upline, whoever. If like your enroller literally just got started last week, send it to your enroller and maybe your diamond upline. Don't be afraid to ask people, hey, what's this look like? Guys, if you're still asking in 6 months what your posts look like to your enroller, we're gonna have a conversation, okay? You're not gonna be that way in 6 months. So give yourself a little grace. You're learning and we want to help you. Need help getting LCs and DTs? Hopefully this Zoom helped you, and push host to post. Guys, host to post training, you gotta make that a priority. Newbie was wondering what the best way to grow my network. For me personally, it's, like I said, the mom groups, any mom groups. But guys, I don't just go randomly like friend moms. I engage in conversations, or I post and I'm like, guys, like, for example, my kid won't sleep at night. Okay, well, for me personally, I know what I want. I know how to get him to sleep at night, or I know what I need to do. I don't care. I'm going to use this opportunity to throw up a post in the page and be like, hey, any tips to help your 4-year-old sleep at night? Y'all, do you know how many women out there want to show you that they know what you need to do? Like, they want to show you. So pick and choose. If there's a one mom on there that's like, you need to do this, 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 I'm like, no, we ain't friending you. But find the ones that you're like, oh, she seems a lot like me, or I think, right? Pick and choose. Don't be afraid to pick and choose. Okay, there's that. Any questions, put them in now because we are going to be wrapping it up soon. Yeah, you know, guys, I'm going to be honest with you about TikTok. I don't use TikTok. I probably would have, but my life this last year has been totally insane. So when TikTok came out, I was drowning in life. So I was not able to even think about TikTok, much less think about Instagram. So don't be so hard on yourself if you're like, oh my God, so many people are telling me to do TikTok. Y'all, master Facebook, master Instagram, like figure out those two or even one of them and then run with that. So don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself grace. How do you guys been mass messaging through notes? Any of you guys been? Okay, I just explained that. Hopefully. Okay, all right. Lindsay, I have heard of that. Trying to think. What other questions do you guys have? Comments. Hey, can you touch on this real quick? Hey, I didn't know what you meant when you said this. Hey, this is my concern right now. Hey, this is kind of what's holding me back. Hey, my husband doesn't support me. What do I do? Guys, this is your time right now to ask me any question, and you're going to hear the most blunt answer, not filtered answer. So ask now. Oh my gosh, stop it, Kat. I like you. High five. Oh my God, seriously, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna, do you want me to talk about that? Because I'll talk about it. Okay. Before I talk about that, hang on. Oh, I was gonna say, this is recorded, so you can save this recording, and as your team starts to grow, you can share this recording with your team. So just make sure you save it, put it in your notes section on your phone, and say, have it titled My New Distributors, and say Danielle's Power Hour Zoom for new DTs, and save the link there, and they can use it. Okay, guys, unsupportive husbands. My best advice for that is to get your butt to work and prove to them that you know what in the heck you are doing. So my husband's probably listening. No, I'm just kidding. I think he's working out right now. But he was not like, if you guys can tell by my like personality, like I do what I want kind of when I want. And if I'm like, hey babe, I'm going to go buy this, like, you good with that? Like, I don't really do that. Like, so it's kind of like, but when I first got started, I was like, hey, like, I kind of want to try this thing out. I literally have no idea what I'm doing, but if I'm losing money, I'm going to quit. But if I'm going to give it a shot, you cool with that? Yeah, whatever, do what you want. That was pretty much my response. But then it was, I'm waiting for him to come inside from the garage. But then it was, this is a hobby. You're spending too much time. You're on your phone a lot. So it was a lot of the stuff that I knew what I was working towards, but he really didn't. So my number one thing, prove yourself. Prove that you know what you're doing. When I got my first comma, okay, in my check, it was like, oh, that's kind of cool. When I got my $10,000 bonus and I matched my teacher's salary, it was, okay, I'm really thinking you kind of know what you're doing. When I was able to go on maternity leave to stay home with his kid and not put that kid in daycare, and I promoted to double diamond, and I was making $8,000 a month because I took his business to diamond 2 and got a $50,000 bonus, guess what? He looked at me and he said, it ain't no hobby. You're good. Keep doing what you do. Okay. So he didn't like vocally, like he wasn't like bad, but for me, that's what I did. I got to work and I used it to motivate me. And I'm going to tell you, I've had so many haters in this business. Honestly, my own sister, my own flesh and blood is blocked from Facebook. Okay. Let that one sink in for a second. So that was a huge battle. I used to be a teacher. She is a teacher. I have a master's degree. She has a master's degree. So when I would be posting about, hey, do you want to stay home with your babies or do you want to go sit behind a desk? She took that offensively and she would lash out and she would get frustrated and she would get mad instead of showing support. Now I'm going to tell you the full circle there. After I blocked her, which she's still blocked because I'm not going through this again. It was torture. She came to me crying. I am so sorry. I don't know why I didn't see what I was doing to you. Why did I not just support you? Just because, her big thing, just because it's not something that I would personally do doesn't mean that it's something bad. Doesn't mean that it's something that you shouldn't be doing. So I am sorry. So we have gotten over that. But you guys, I'm telling you, you're going to have people that don't get it. They're not in it. They're not on this Zoom. They're not hustling after their goals and their dreams. They don't get it. So surround yourself with us. Surround yourself with people like us. Lock arms, because we're all going after goals and we're going after them together. And you know what? It is amazing, and this business can do incredible things for you. Because if I didn't have this business, I'm telling you, I would still be living paycheck to paycheck. My kids, I honestly don't even know if I'd have a third right now because my kids would be in daycare. And I'd literally be teaching so I could put my kids in daycare. And that is not a life that, for me personally, nothing against daycare, but I live in Arizona and my whole family's in New York. So I don't even have anybody here that would be able to even help. It would just be some random person that I found on Yelp. Just kidding. But seriously. Okay. So prove yourself, you guys. So many haters are out there and they're going to question you, but you know what? They don't pay your bills. And that's the one thing that I had to keep telling myself. They're not paying my bills. Their opinions don't matter because they're not paying my bills. Okay. Okay. I'm going to touch on the private profile. If you are somebody that is very concerned about keeping your profile private, keep your profile private, that's fine. But any It Works posts that you throw up, make them public. That is my advice there. Okay, any more questions before we wrap it up? You guys good? Thank you so much for sharing that. It was a really good Zoom. That makes me feel really good. Honestly, that's why I do stuff like this, is because I want to hear from you guys that you got something out of it. Because I'm telling you right now, if I wasn't on this, I'd be on the couch sleeping right now. So, all right, you guys, and just so you know, I do power hours every day at 1 o'clock. They are a little bit more fast paced, and we really get to work and we really hustle, you are more than welcome to hop on them, but just know that they're not basic. Okay. I give you the tasks, I give you the verbiage, you got to do it. But if the task is like if you're like, oh gosh, I'm not really there yet, then you just have to be, able to really revamp that and do your own task while we're doing something else or whatever it may be. All right. Oh, enrolling a customer now. Yay. Good job. All right, you guys, I am so excited that you guys hopped on. Thank you so much for being on, and I will talk to you guys soon. I'll get the recording out shortly. If you need anything, shoot me a message. Bye, guys.